guys, so welcome back to our channel. Today I just did an updated Denman brush tutorial for you guys. I haven't done a Denman brush tutorial in like maybe 5 or 6 years, and I just wanted to go ahead and do an updated one so you guys don't have to go back and look for that one, because I kind of do the same thing but I wanted to explain it a little different. And plus I updated my Denman brush. I got a new one because the other one that I had was a little rusty and it was old. It's actually the same Denman brush that I had in my beauty school kit, so I got that at beauty school. This is the first one that I've actually purchased, even though technically my tuition paid for the other one, but whatever. This one I got from Amazon. It's so cute. It's white and hot pink, and it's still from the Denman brush brand. So I highly recommend getting one from the Denman brush brand because I just find that they work better if you like to style with the Denman brush, because I have used other Denman brushes from other brands and they don't all work the same because some of them have like a rubbery back and handle, and they don't make the process as smooth when you're pulling the brush through. So I highly recommend the actual Denman brush brand, just because you get better results, way less frizz, less friction. So make sure it's the nice smooth plastic on the back, even if it's not from the Denman brush brand. Yeah, I will have this one linked down below. I got it from Amazon. I just still love styling with the Denman brush. Out of all of the brushes that I style with, this is still my favorite brush to style with. I like it more than the Tangle Teaser. And then a couple of times I've tried to style with the Felicia Leatherwood brush, but I strictly like that one for detangling. So to me, the Denman brush gives me the bounciest results. Like my curls are just way more bouncy when I use the Denman brush. And I also wanted to do an updated tutorial specifically for my hair type, because some people use the handle to style their curls and some people use the top part in a different way. So I just wanted to explain how and why I use it the way that I do. And this is just what works best for my hair. And maybe this will help you so you can get the Denman brush to work for you. I'm gonna stop rambling. We're gonna go ahead and hop right into the tutorial. Okay guys, so here is my Denman brush up close and personal. So I highly recommend getting the actual Denman brush brand brushes with the 7 rows. I just find that they're extremely durable and they last the longest. And make sure you get the ones with the plastic back, like I said, because that's going to ensure that you don't have any frizz. So I always like to section my hair. Of course, you guys know this, in 4 sections, but you want to make sure you do subsections when you're using your Denman brush. You can take however many you need depending on the density of your hair. So I personally like to take about 2 to 3 inch subsections. This is the gel that I'm going to be using for today. This is the Curl Show Curl Creator by ORS. I've been obsessed with this stuff. It's one of my current favorites. I love it. So I make sure I go ahead and coat the subsection with the gel before I go in and start the Denman brush process. So make sure your hair is completely covered in your gel or jelly. By the way, I recommend using a gel or jelly when using the Denman brush. And then I go ahead and take even smaller sections before I go in and do the technique. So you can do it on this full section, but I just find that the results are better if you take even smaller sections like this. So this first one, I'm just briefly showing you what I do. And then for the next one, I'm going to slow it down a little bit for you guys so you can closely pay attention to exactly what I'm doing. So I take my brush and you want to make sure it's facing outward. So the Denman brush logo needs to be facing outward. And then I just flip it up. And then I drag it down very slowly. So I normally don't start this high, but I'm showing you guys this high so you guys can get a better understanding of what I'm doing. And the slower you drag it down, the more bouncy I find that the curl is. And as you can see here, this does create a little bit of shrinkage, but to be honest, this technique of me starting at the ends creates the same amount of shrinkage even if I wasn't using my Denman brush, which is how I've gotten my Denman brush to work for me. Because I notice when I don't do this technique that my curls don't turn out nearly as bouncy at the ends. So this is super helpful if you have layers, if you have a one length. Like, this technique to me works on any kind of haircut. And if you just want your curls to be more bouncy at the ends. So here you can see the curl is nice and juicy at the ends. And then as you can see, the rest of my hair, I still have my length. So that's why I like doing this technique, because you don't have to choose between bouncy curls at the ends and not wanting as much shrinkage. So this just helps me achieve the exact look that I'm going for. Plus with my curl type, this doesn't really work if I drag the hair all the way from the root to the ends. My roots just turn out frizzy. So that is not gonna work if you have a similar curl type to me. I'm pretty sure, I think I'm like 3C, 4A in that range of curl patterns. It's more of like an S, and then my ends are more of a spiral curl, which is why I only do the technique at the ends. It just makes the biggest difference, like having them nice and bouncy and juicy at the ends, and I can still keep my length at the roots. And you guys know I just prefer to let my hair air dry, so that's exactly what I did. And then I'll show you how I separate these and scrunch out the crunch on the next day. So I just go in and start separating the curls at the ends. This is just gonna create more volume and create more curls. And make sure that you have oil on your hands while you're doing this. This is gonna help with frizz. So I did put oil on my hands before. So as you can see, I'm just going through and finding where I wanna separate them. You can separate them as little or as much as you want, but just know the more you separate, the bigger chance of causing frizz. So I just separate enough to give my hair more volume. So as you can see, it's basically just creating more curls at the ends versus when you saw my hair when I was completely done styling while I was air drying. So it's just creating more curls throughout the hair so that your hair is more voluminous. And I also really enjoy using this technique because by day 3 hair, my roots are nice and stretched out, and I still have my bouncy curls at the ends, and I have less shrinkage on day 3. If you're a curly girl, you know hair is a little bit better on like day 3 hair. But this is just super helpful if you've been trying to use the Denman brush but can't quite get it to work for you. So try the ends technique, and I promise you won't regret it. It's gonna keep the length that you want while also making your curls nice and bouncy at the ends. So yeah, these are my results. I love the Denman brush. This is still my #1 styler. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Also, let me know what videos you guys want to see from me and Kendra coming up this summer. I hope you guys enjoyed this video once again, and I'll see you guys next time.